up? It is Oscar season, and we are just freaking pumped here on Reeltv because there are so many movies coming out this month. I'm Connor Smith.
And I'm Adam Murray.
And we're literally going to geek out about Oscar movies for a hot 7 minutes. We were going to have 8 or 9, but our producer cut us short, so we're going to try and get in as much as we can. Go. What are you excited for?
No, just kidding. First one, The Hobbit, comes out next week. Is that next week?
December 13th.
Yeah, December 13th. I'm excited for that one. I was never a fan of The Lord of the Rings, but then I saw The Hobbit. I was a fan of The Hobbit, so I'm excited for what's up to come or what's to come next. And then you have Anchorman 2. Anchorman 2 is going to be awesome.
I mean, that's the 18th.
Yeah, that's the next week. Yeah, The Hobbit comes first, then it's Anchorman 2.
Comes out on Wednesday.
That's going to make so much money. I don't know what they're going to have to do with their lives, but I think from what I've seen and maybe from a marketing perspective, which may have been maybe a little too much right now, I think it's going to be an awesome sequel, and I'm so excited for that.
I am so pumped for both of them. I think Anchorman is one of the staple comedies of the past decade. I think it's hilarious.
Most quotable.
And it's one of Will Ferrell's, it's like Elf and Anchorman are his best roles. I'm excited for Hobbit. I enjoyed part 1. It wasn't as great as I had hoped. I thought it dragged a lot.
I had no expectations for it.
I'm excited for part 2. What I'm excited for is American Hustle. That's my number one.
Yes, yeah.
Silver Linings Playbook was my favorite movie of last year. I love David O. Russell. I'm in love with Jennifer Lawrence.
I like David O. Russell too from his movies.
Yeah, and
I love
I'm
The
really
Fighter.
excited for that. I love The Fighter. I'm excited for Wolf of Wall Street. I'm an avid Martin Scorsese fan. It's apparently his longest movie.
Yeah,
Casino's like 4 hours, so we'll see how long Wolf of Wall Street is. I mean, I'm kidding.
We could be spending our entire afternoon and day.
Our entire night. I'm excited for Saving Mr. Banks, the film
That'll
about
be a good one.
Mary Poppins and her origin.
I think Emma Thompson looks really good in that.
I agree.
I heard she's really good. Yeah,
I love movies about movies. Like I like The Player. I love all those kind of movies that it's about filmmaking. Hitchcock
I had no idea.
was like that. I liked Hitchcock.
I had no idea about the whole Mary Poppins. Like I didn't know the entire.
Neither did I, and I think that's what's kind of a cool story.
Yeah,
and I think it's kind of fun that Disney's doing it. Like, I don't know. I think it'll be
I don't
great.
think Tom Hanks looks like Walt Disney per se, but I think
he feels like it almost. He doesn't feel like Tom Hanks to me.
Yeah, he the way that he talks and stuff. I think it's very Disney-like.
And in the commercial, he's like, you know what? It's not every day you get to go to Disneyland with Walt Disney. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm excited.
It's so true.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm excited for.
You've seen Secret Life of Walter Mitty. I'm excited for that one.
Oh yeah, I got to see over break. I got to see an advanced screening of The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, the Ben Stiller comedy. It's kind of existential.
Is it a comedy?
It's a sort of a dramedy. It's not like a ha 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 meet the parents comedy. It's sort of. It's a really, really great movie, and the performances are good. I really enjoyed Ben Stiller. I really enjoyed Kristen Wiig. It's not like what you would expect because they're two great comedians, but boy, it punches the heartstrings. Like it's a damn good drama.
Yeah,
like it's a very, very poignant ending.
I see. I think that's when Ben Stiller is the best because he was even like that in his romantic comedies, like Along Came Polly. I think it was very poignant at points.
Yeah,
and it was very like heartwarming. I thought he was good in that. I thought
and he directed it too, and it's
like the Royal Tenenbaums. Was he in the Royal Tenenbaums? He didn't direct it, I know.
No,
but
he was in it.
But
yeah,
like those type of the movies that he's in.
That's a really quirky one. This one's very quirky too. The ending is just so heartfelt. Like it's one of those like movies.
Yeah.
It's not an Oscar movie. It's not best of the year, but it's a great movie.
It just looks different. I think that's what people will want because they'll first of all, the people that have seen commercials, they'll want to see it, and then they'll see it and they'll like it.
Yeah.
And so I think word of mouth will help this movie a lot.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I think that I almost disagree with you because I agree with you, but I disagree because I kind of feel like people are going to expect like a typical Ben Stiller raunchy comedy, and this is not it.
And it's not it.
And it's sort of being advertised like that, but that's not sort of how it is.
I think it's interesting. Sean Penn's in it. I don't think.
He's great in it too. You'll have to go see it.
But they haven't like advertised him as much in it.
No, because he doesn't play a huge
And then
role.
whenever I see the trailer, I'm like, oh shoot, Sean Penn's in it. And
it's
just,
a great.
Yeah, it looks.
And Shirley MacLaine's in it. It's a great movie. What else is coming out? August Osage
Oh
County.
my God, Meryl Streep. Oh,
yeah!
Meryl Streep.
I'm so excited. The goddess of my life is back.
Literally, that's my film geekishness coming out. Like
I know.
Meryl Streep. Like any movie that she's in, she's like, oh, it's good.
I mean, I kind of hate watch Glee now, but they made a Silkwood joke, and that was like an old Meryl Streep movie. I was like, oh my God, they made a joke about Meryl Streep, and I understood
I think one of my favorites of hers, it's called Music of the Heart.
Oh my God, the violin movie. I love that movie too.
She was really good in that.
Do you want to hear something weird? Wes Craven directed that movie. The guy who directed the Scream
I did
movies
know
and
that.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
I did know that.
Like, what are you doing with like a sappy
Yeah,
movie?
another good one. Oh, she's.
There's Grudge Match.
I love Mamma Mia. I thought she was great in that.
Me
like
too.
that was. I think Mamma Mia was great because it's not as like fun as the show, I guess, but just the scenery was awesome.
I sing The Winner Takes It all the time.
Yeah.
What else is coming out? We have like 2 minutes, so let's try and wrap this
Julia
up.
Roberts is in that
Thanks,
one too.
Obama / Eric. There's Grudge Match with
Oh yeah, with De Niro and Stallone.
And I'm like an 80s junkie, so that's like my
going
dream.
to that one, just gonna be sitting there like
I missed Escape Plan.
This is life right here.
Yeah, I missed Escape Plan. I was so disappointed.
Yeah, but definitely, it's just it's De Niro and Stallone boxing.
I know.
And
I'm excited for Her. Have you seen that? The commercials for Her with Joaquin Phoenix, and he falls in love with an online, like a futuristic online thing, and the voice is played by Scarlett Johansson.
No, I
It's really
haven't.
futuristic.
Oh, wow.
It's done by Steve Jones, who did Adaptation and Being John Malkovich, and it's kind of like that.
Oh, so it'll be
I'm
like-
excited
yeah.
for that. It's getting a lot of Oscar buzz.
Yeah, so-
I feel like I'm forgetting some movies that are coming out.
I'm sure.
But I feel like we hit like
there's
the
a
big
lot of
ones,
them coming
because,
out. My
yeah.
Christmas break is going to be movies.
All right, top two. If you could only see two. That's like
American Hustle and Walter Mitty.
Okay, I would say American Hustle and Wolf of Wall Street. But there are a ton of movies coming out. Adam and I are just
We'll
the
be back.
anticipation
We'll be back.
is at
Don't
an
worry.
all-time high. I'm this close to breaking down because I'm so excited. But yeah, we're both really excited, and we hope you enjoyed us talking about it. Seeing who could talk louder. Really. All right. Thank you guys.
Yeah, see ya.
And there's trivia coming up and
You
a
won't wanna
discussion
miss it.
on Catching Fire.
I'm excited.
So get your Katniss, Jennifer Lawrence stuff in. See ya.
Hi, I'm Rachel Hine,
And I'm Brian C. Capon.
and we're going to be talking about Catching Fire, the
Yep.
sequel to Hunger Games.
Yep,
And-
I saw it during Thanksgiving break, and I liked it a lot. I've seen the first movie too. I haven't read the book though.
I read the first book, and I read some of the second book, but I never finished it. But I liked the first book, and I wish I finished the second one because I think it would have been nice to be able to compare it to the movie.
Yeah,
But
I think so. Like,
what did you think of the movie?
with the movie, I liked it a lot. I like how it built upon the world that we grew to love in the first movie. Like all the sci-fi details were like, oh my god, that's so interesting in the first movie. Now they're just part of the background, but we know they're there.
Right.
Like the super fast bullet train.
Yeah,
that was a big,
it means more now that you can appreciate it.
yeah, absolutely.
Right. Yeah, and I think that they built on the characters very well.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah, the one thing I would say is I thought Gale would be in it more than he was.
I thought so too. Like it's always Gale versus PETA thing. Like,
Yeah, it's Gale versus PETA, but there's not really any Gale in the movie, so I don't understand how it's Gale versus PETA. But yeah, but besides that, I thought they really did well with developing the characters like Effie and
Effie made
Caesar Milan and
Effie really made a big transition into this film. Like she stopped being the whole District 1 person. Now she's
Right.
like a more grounded person. Like she's grounded in the reality of what her job really is. She's sending people to their death. And,
Yeah.
That's kind of hit home for her finally.
Yeah, no, definitely. I agree. I think that she developed more. I think they developed Haymitch more.
Yep.
I think that especially with the twist at the end.
Yep.
So I think that they definitely, it was you felt that you just watched the first movie because you felt like you could automatically relate to them.
Absolutely, and even with the new characters they introduced, like the new tributes and whatnot, you had a basis of how psychologically they are, because they're the survivors of other Hunger Games.
Right.
They're since we have Gale and not Gale, PETA and Katniss, we sort of get a sort of psychological profile. And with this film, it touches on how Katniss has not recovered fully from the whole experience. She still has flashbacks, PTSD and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And with the new tributes and whatnot, they most likely have that as well.
Right. They
And
can
that's how
relate.
they're able to do the little thing at the ceremony where they're able to to get link their arms together and
Right. They understand each other because they've all done it before.
Yep.
Yeah. And I also think they developed Prim more in
I
in
think
this one.
they did.
Not a tremendous amount, but I think they did. They talked about her
She was
more.
pretty much useless in the first series. She was just kind of the scapegoat character.
It's all
Right.
her fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of is all her fault, but technically since it's all random chance to be in the first place, it can't really.
Now, I don't want to put you on the spot, but are you Team PETA or are you Team Gale?
Well, I'm not going to be a whole Twilight fangirl about this, like most people compare this to, but I think PETA is a little bit because one, psychologically, that he can understand Katniss a lot better. like they both survived the games. He mainly did it by painting himself and whatnot, but he still was able to survive this. He saw gruesome things, and he's able to like live life with it. And like I think she could actually build a life with him, not just because like the president like wants her to build a life with him.
Forget about his opinion.
Yeah, but I think like, and he's genuinely kind and caring for her. Gale, on the other hand, he's not really in the film. Like,
yeah, that's the major issue I have, is that it's this whole like rivalry. Who should she choose? But then make it like so you can choose one over the other. Like you can't have an audience say like, oh, I want her to end up with Gale when you don't even know what her and Gale's relationship is
exactly.
like. So.
Like, you barely even get to know Gale. Like even in the first film, like it's just established that they're childhood friends and they hunt together. Woo.
Yeah, I think it was more in the first book established.
Yeah.
Than in either of the movies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's see. So we have about a minute. Let's talk about like.
Chins up, smiles off.
Yeah.
Best line in the whole movie.
Yeah.
But let's see. What do you think of the last scene, like with the whole pin transition? I thought that was beautiful.
I really liked that. I thought that it meant a lot more to you if you had read the books.
Yeah, but also throughout the entire movie, it's just the whole Mockingjay symbol now, like with Katniss's dress and the pin.
It had a lot of
symbolism
in it.
It's now a symbol of rebellion too.
Yeah.
And I think in the third film when it comes out, it's really gonna bring it all home.
Right.
All
Yeah.
the symbols,
I
all
think
the
so too. I think,
problems of
but
the
they're making the
society.
third one into 2.
Oh, really?
I think.
Oh, my.
I'm not positive on that. I think they are.
I just hope they don't go like the Twilight route, where one people are gonna love the movie, and the second movie where they're gonna be like, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah.
But maybe they'll go, or maybe it'll be a Harry Potter version, where like they'll like the first part and not like the first part and like the second part.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited,
All right.
and we hope that you enjoyed our little conversation about it.
Thanks for watching.
Yep, we love the movie, and stay tuned for us on Reeltv.